Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I thought today I would do a get ready with me. I have to go downtown Nashville and go see my hormone doctor. So I thought I would film a get ready with me, like chit chat, do my makeup type deal. Honestly, I'm kind of nervous. I've never done one of these and I've said a couple different reasons why. But main reason, honestly, is I'm kind of scared for you guys to like see me without makeup, like up close and stuff, like because I have like shadows and stuff from beards, but it's whatever. So anyways, that's what I thought we could do today. Yeah, so let's get started. So first I'm going to go in with a primer. Oh, I'm literally like unscrewing it. It is the Becca First Light Primer Filter. It is purple. It's supposed to kind of be like a color corrector, but I use it anyways all over my face. Well, duh, all over my face, but I just use it as a normal primer and it actually works pretty well. I mean, it is Becca, so Becca's a pretty good brand. And I actually used to like put it on a brush, but I've kind of found that it leaves my face a little like, I don't want to say too hydrated, but it's like very moist feeling. And like I want it to feel tacky, and I feel like the brush just doesn't get in there like I really want it to. It just kind of like pushes the product around. So actually yesterday I started using just like my fingers to apply it, and I think it works super great. Sorry, you're literally like, I have this huge mirror right behind, so if I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking in the mirror because I'm not used to looking at a camera while I'm getting ready. And forgive me if I'm looking like poop. I'm a hard sleeper, so yeah. Gotta get that bowhead. It smells really good too. It honestly smells like what is that called? It's a cereal, Fruity Pebbles, and I have that here. And then here's my beautiful little makeup rag that got washed. I'm so upset. And then let me put a little bit on my neck because I do blend my makeup down my neck. Thanks to me having a beard, but oh well. Alrighty, so now that we are primed with the Becca primer, and before I do any foundation or anything, I actually go in, oh my god, where is it? Everything's just kind of everywhere, because like when I do my makeup, I'm just like literally like throwing stuff everywhere. Oh my god, it was literally just here, bruh. I'm feeling a little sketched right now because I don't see it anywhere. Oh, literally it was hiding. Okay, so I actually go in with this blush because I don't have any like orangey red liquids. So what I use those for, which I'm sure you've seen a million times, other people do it, is color correcting. It looks like that. And it's by Model Co. blush. One of my friends actually gave it to me because she doesn't like the shade. It's in the shade Peach Bellini. So that's what I use, and I actually go in with like a Real Techniques sponge because I know this isn't technically a beauty blender. And I just kind of dip it in a little bit, and it is kind of like shimmery. And sometimes I do put foundation on first, and then I'll put on this. It really just depends. It's not too horrible today because I like just shaved. My facial hair has been pretty like lenient with me, so I don't have to go too dark, thank God. But like yesterday when I did my makeup, I actually hadn't shaved in like a day or two, so I kind of had to go in and like go in, you know what I mean? putting it over these areas. Moist. And I don't know if you can tell, but the primer actually kind of leaves your face a little like dewy looking. So if that's also something that you're interested in, that would be really good. I personally prefer matte, but I end up putting a matte over it, so it kind of gives me like this shine through the matte, so it's not like horribly just like doll face porcelain, like flat. And I didn't actually just wake up. I woke up like twice because I had really bad nightmares. And then I woke up again. So that's why my voice is a little raspy. And I just do like a little bit on the sides near where I would grow like sideburny areas because it's not that blue today, thank goodness. I think the earth knew that I was going to film a video and they were like, let's help this bitch out because she's going to need it. So yeah, just a little bit more. And like I said, I'm doing this with like a sponge, you know. It doesn't really matter what kind. So now that I got that on, I don't like press it down or anything. I basically just, you know, pressed it with a sponge. So now we're going to go in with foundation. And I previously was using Estee Lauder's Double Wear, which... Really? My boyfriend thought it would be cute if he hung like lights, and they like never stay up there because he uses tape because we don't want to put holes in the wall. So yeah, that's fun. Anyways, I previously was using Estee Lauder and I ran out, and where I'm living now there is not an Ulta for like an hour away, and then the nearest makeup store is a Sally's, and it's probably the same size as this room, so they don't really carry a lot. My boyfriend's mom recommended the Mary Kay Time Wise, so that's what I'm using right now. This is not the first shade that I need. I recently just went to Florida, so I do have a little bit more of color than I normally would. So right now I'm in the color Beige 4, and I will throw a little bit of Ivory 4 in there just to give like a little bit lighter, or I'll take the darker areas over places that I feel like I need, and then this over the lighter areas. Like yesterday I used this on specifically my nose and under my eyes, and then the darker one basically everywhere else. And then if I went to go in with touch-ups, it was with the beige. I use this brush. It's not like any special brush. My mom got me these for Christmas. It came in like a set. I don't even remember where she said she got them. They're not bad quality, but this is what I use to go in with for these. And I actually started kind of using my beauty blender as well yesterday. For the longest time I said that I wasn't going to use a beauty blender, but I mean, hey, things change. So I actually did not mean to do that, but that's okay. So first I'm going to go in with the darkest color, and I'm going to go over the parts. My hair's a little janky right now, so ignore that. I'm going to go over the parts of like the bearded area first. I normally start on my chin because that's like the first place that I notice hair and the blue tint. So yeah, I'm going to go in there. And I actually meant to start with the beauty blender, but that's okay. And I do that just because I feel like, I'm not sure if it's the foundation or the brush, but I kind of feel like it just kind of, it doesn't get pressed in enough. So I'm actually going to switch to the beauty blender. And I take it on the tip since the flat surface I use for the red. So I just take the tip and like blot it in. I don't smear or rub. I kind of just blot to bake that coverage in. And I actually still have some on the brush. So I'm going to take it down underneath my chin. Under, it doesn't bother me as much because, you know, no, I'm not just going to be like, oh my god, hey. But yeah, so. And then normally I will take this, the the brush and use, at least yesterday, the lighter one on the areas of my face that need that. And honestly, the coverage, there is a little bit of difference. Like, I actually sleep in my makeup, which I know people are going to be like, are you serious? And I'm like, yes, because my skin doesn't freak out when I do that. So it saves me time. I'm honestly pretty lazy. Anyone that knows me in real life will tell you that unless it's something that's absolute dire, I'm a pretty lazy person. So I sleep in my makeup and I never ever wash my face. Again, people are gonna freak out, but I don't know, when I wash my face, that's when my skin breaks out and gets all like irritated, and that's when I break out. So I actually use this thing called like the Magic Makeup Remover wipe that I got from oh my god, why can't I remember anything today? I should have wrote a script. Charlotte Rose. Yeah. They do sell one at Ulta. I prefer the one from Charlotte Rose because it's pink, and the one at Ulta is gray. So whatever. I don't really think that there's a difference between the two. I think it's just marketing and color. Yeah, because my friend actually has that one. So now I'm going to take the lighter one and just kind of put it in the places that I'm going to want it to go. It's kind of like a pre-highlight because I don't highlight anymore. Just because I don't really like powder highlight. Yeah, I'll do something like that, or this one. But for like everyday, I don't see the necessity to like bake or highlight personally. So going in with this is kind of like a dupe for it, because you're using a lighter foundation. So obviously it's going to be a little lighter right there anyways. And this is almost kind of like a banana color. So it's going to give you the same, you know what I'm trying to say. I don't know how well it's picking up on camera. It actually kind of looks a little blotchy. It's weird because it's never looked blotchy for me. It could just be the lighting or on camera, because normally, like I said, I'm not doing my makeup on camera. But there we go. And yeah, I'll just go back in just a little bit and hit those areas. I feel like I need a little bit more. And then the rest of the face will go back in with the beige 4. Because you can see, like, there's a color difference. Yeah. But anyways, back to the coverage of Mary Kay. It's not bad. It's not exactly what I'm used to. I slept in my makeup last night and I woke up and it was gone, which some of you might be like, duh, Cassie, like, don't be stupid. But with Estee Lauder, it is 16 hours, like, promised wear, and it honestly can give you more than that if you set in setting spray, which I actually forgot to do yesterday, surprisingly. But no, yeah. The Estee Lauder, if you can splurge, it is pretty expensive. I think it retails somewhere between like $45 to like $50. I don't believe it actually reaches 50. I think it's like 48 something with tax. I worked at Ulta when I used the brand, so obviously I got it at a discounted price. I think it was still in the like mid-30s range with our employee discount. So yeah, but it's honestly worth it. I didn't use any other of their products, like their setting powders or whatever, because I'm honestly kind of like a cheap hoe. But my facial hair at the time that I started using it was really, really bad, and I needed something that was super full coverage, but like light and long wearing, because I would work longer shifts, or I performed. So I needed that wear, like through sweat and, you know, all that. And it was amazing. I actually still have the bottle. I was in shade Fresco, which is apparently the, like, most used shade in their brand. I love the smell of it. It just smells like so luxurious. Definitely, like I said, I would recommend that. This is not bad. It has a good coverage, and it also is a very, again, like the Becca primer, it's very luminous, which it doesn't say on here that it's matte or anything, but the Estee Lauder can be very matte, which again is another reason that I liked it. Yeah, see, this says luminous wear liquid foundation, so that should tell you right there. And now I'm just going to blend around my neck to make sure everything looks pretty even, at least in person. So now I'm going to go in with, I pour it in the lid, NYX's HD Studio Photogenic Finishing Powder. Again, this is another product that I just started using because I accidentally actually grabbed this one. I normally use the Maybelline's HD Setting Powder, or Maybelline's matte setting powder, but I decided that I wasn't going to pay attention last time that I went to Ulta because I haven't been there in forever since I started working there, and I was trying to catch up with everybody, but so yeah, I grabbed the wrong one. It is a lot more thick, the holes are bigger, but it does mattify me, and it does what it needs to do, so I cannot really complain. You might see my boyfriend walk by, because we, like I said, are getting ready to go to Nashville. It's a hair. I knew something was on my face. Alright, and then I'm going to take this big brush that I actually got from my mom forever ago, which is actually in there. Can you go get it for me? Thanks. So anyways, I pour like a generous amount into Slime Doors. The cap, just go ahead and move that out of the side, and I just dip. This is extremely, extremely powdery. Here's the brush, and I just rub it all over my face. I really like to concentrate right here, which I might actually go back in because it is a little red right here, at least in person. I thought I was gonna sneeze. Like I said, it is very like literally the first time I used it, I actually tried to use it like I used the other one, and it was honestly a disaster because like it just went everywhere. Because I used to actually go in with the e.l.f. angled blush brush. I never use anything for what it's for, honestly. But I went in with that because I used to contour with this, and then I started like baking with it because it was angled and I could really get in there where I wanted to. And then I started actually setting my powder with it, because like I said, it just kind of got in there a little bit more. It does not smell as good as the Maybelline either. It's very chalky. Works great, little chalky. Alright, so now that we have basically our base down, I am going to go in and do a little bit of contour. So right now I'm actually using the NYX matte bronzer powder in the shade medium, and that's what I use to contour with. Here lately I have been a little bit not as focused on like a heavy contour, and when I say here recently, I mean yesterday. Yeah, let me just kind of rub it around. I do have very high cheekbones. My nose and my cheekbones definitely come from the Native American side. My cheekbones are literally right here, like super close to my eyes. If I turn to the side, you can see like very, very high cheekbones, which I love personally because it makes contouring all that much easier, and I don't have to do that much work, even though sometimes I still do. Just round it out a little bit so it's not super heavy. And it might look really light on camera, but I'm going to the doctor's today. That's basically it. Not doing a lot, so I don't really need a heavy contour. Just to go see my doctor and give blood. I actually haven't been on my hormones in like a minute, and that came out really harsh. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Yeah, you can definitely see it. I haven't had my estrogen in a while. I moved kind of far away from everything. So, yeah, before I went to Florida, I have been like missing a lot of stuff. It looks a little weird right here. I don't know what's going on today. It's like I'm having a good skin day, but then everything is just like looking a little off. I don't know if it's because it's on camera. Whatevs. Alright, so for right now, that pretty much looks good. I can already promise you I'm probably going to go back in. Because by the time I get all done, I still do like to look pretty much bronzy. So, but for the cheeks, that is good. And the next brush is still going to be Vander. It is an angled brush. And sometimes I will still use that if I want to deepen or thicken the contour, but it actually looks pretty okay. So, yeah. So I'm just going to take it a couple times, and I'm going to go over my forehead. For this, I take it from the temple, like basically all the way connecting to the eyebrow. I try to focus the most of it on the out, but I do get it pretty close. I've never really liked my forehead. With my natural hair, it's always been pretty far back, so I had to see my forehead a lot, so now the smaller I can make it, the better. It looks really thick right there. You know what? Today's just not a good makeup day, but that's okay because we're still gonna fucking rock it out. And I can always go back in, where's my brush, with a little bit of the powder and lighten it out just a smidgen. And then I'm gonna throw a little bit on my jawline and kind of blend it down, especially right here. For some reason, the worst patch of hair, like my hair is pretty manageable now, except right through here. It's very coarse and it grows in like weird angles. Alright, so anyways, we are done with the contour. So now I'm going to go back into this collection, like I was telling you earlier, the matte blush. Like I told you, I'm all about that matte. I personally don't really like the luminous look all that much, so 9 times out of 10, if I can use a matte product, I will. Going back in with Vander brush, which you can tell this is my blush brush. Sometimes, depending on how hard I want my blush to go, I don't even like use it because this holds quite a bit of powder. And I'm just gonna tap it a few times, and then this stuff is actually extremely pigmented. So I'm gonna do just about everything in my power to almost take all of the powder off. Still, guys, I think you don't understand. I have to be super light-handed because there are times that it's just like chunk of red, and it like just, it's basically like I'm over here, it's just like, that's why 9 times out of 10 my blush is so heavy. I have been trying to learn here lately how to not be as heavy-handed with my blush. I'll just smile a little bit. There we go. See, on camera that looks really a lot. I'm just gonna smile. In person though, it's kind of light and airy, so you know what, why am I even doing this? Because none of the, like, it doesn't match up. Yeah. Alrighty, so now that is done, I am actually, before I highlight or anything, I'm gonna go in and do my eyes. Cool. So let me just get all my brushes that I'm gonna use ready. I actually use like 3 brushes or 2 the entire time, unless I really, really need the thicker one. So I use this one to put down like my base color, like my nude color. It's like an angled, I used to say on here, this is an angled shadow and eyeliner brush. This is the eyeliner side. This is actually what I use to fill in my brows. And then I use this for my base, like nude. Then I use this to go in with basically every other shade, because some of the other brushes that I do have for eyeshadow I really don't like. And I used to do all of my eyeshadow with this one brush. So at least I have some sort of difference now. And then there's also this, which is more of like a thicker, dense brush. And if I'm really trying to get like a dark color, I will go in with that. That was really gross. So yeah, let's get started. So first I'm gonna go in case you guys can't tell, I really like NYX. We are gonna go in with the NYX Dreamcatcher palette. I don't think they sell this specific one anymore. They do have, it was like a group of 3 different palettes that were like similar. I personally really like this one, as you can tell. That is the like first nude shade that I go in with, and I have used quite the other ones because I'm a nude type of person. And I normally really like nude eyes. The black is pretty close to hitting pan, but beyond that, it's definitely the nude. So I'm going to take the Posh angled eyeshadow brush and just swirl it around in there, and then we are going to go ham on these eyes. I basically just put this all over the lid. It is a shimmer shadow. Like I said, I basically just put it everywhere between eyelashes and eyebrows. Hair to hair is where I put this at, and then I am using a Smashbox little box that I will be going in later for my actual eyeshadows. I normally try to keep my eyes, I look down because it is not like, I'm not like, you know, straining to bring my eyebrow up or anything, because I noticed when I used to do that, that my eyeshadow would look a little different between me actually looking up or looking normal, because I would be like this, you know, looking like, ooh, and then when I was done and I looked straight, like the eyeshadow would look differently than I thought it would come out, because I was like obstructing my face. So now I tend to look down, so that way my eyes, my eyelids are very much there and open, but I'm not really constricting my face any. So yeah, I really, really like to just coat my eyes with this stuff. Alrighty, so there's that. And that's as much as we're going to get from the Dreamcatcher palette. So anyways, now we're going to go in with the Smashbox Cover Shot Golden Eye Palette. And like I said, this is what it looks like. I got this for like a reward for doing something when I was with Ulta. It's one of their just little eyeshadow kits. They look pretty lights. And look, there's me on my phone. Inception. They do have like a banana powder and then like a, I guess you could call it, it's called Dope and Hero. So, sometimes I go in with Dope up here, or if I like my smoky eye, because that's literally basically the only thing I do ever. If it's a little meh, yeah. But no, yeah, anyways, I will use that if like my smoke went a little too high or it's a little too dark on one side. I'll just go in and use that to kind of blend it out a little bit more. Alright, so the first shade that I'm going to dip into is right here. It's kind of this orangey color, and it is called Turned On, which is a cute name. I'm basically going to be using these 3 shades right here. They definitely kind of complement each other, and yeah, they worked for me. They worked yesterday, and this, what did I say it's called? Turned On is a really good transition shade, especially leading into other colors that are very similar to those colors. Alright, so for today's look, I think I'm actually going to do kind of like a halo effect. So I'm going to start with this color, and I'm basically going to take it from side to side in the middle. I'm basically going to put it all over the lid. I'm not going to try to bring it up too high because that will, I'm going to try to like really get in here with you guys so you guys can really see what the fudge I'm doing. So yeah, basically, if I could hold my mirror, just going to go from side to side and like windshield wiper motions, and I'm going to put it all over the lid. Like I said, it is smoking a little bit, but I like a smoky eye, so that does not bother me at all. But you do want to try to stay pretty tight on the lid. The more into the middle I get, the closer to the brush I hold, because I want to really focus that color. And it's actually easier to see on camera than it is in person. I feel like the camera like picks up more color. But in person it is very like light and airy. But it's fine that it picks up more on here because then you can actually see what the hell I'm doing. Alrighty. Right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the other eye just so you don't have to watch me do both sides, and then I will be right back. Alrighty, so I went ahead and like I said, did the other eye off camera. I actually pulled my hair down a little bit so I don't look so horribly scraggly, but yeah. So like I said, the next shade that I'm going with is this one right here, which is called, oh, that can't be right. Oh, okay, it's the other one, Psyched. Like super dyslexic, so I was like, there's no way that that one's called Golden Lights. I was like, there's no way. Or actually it's called Hotline, but this one's called Psyched. And it's just kind of like a darker, more purpley version of the same color, which is why I said that those really complement each other. And I'm basically going to do the same thing. I'm just going to make it a little bit darker on the outer. Or I'm going to really focus on the inside, get up close so you guys can actually see. I wish my lights were closer, but because of this big mirror and all my other makeup, it's okay. Eventually I will get better lighting for you guys. But right now, I'm just now starting to make my comeback from my disappearance from YouTube, so oh well, we will deal, guys. We will get through this together. All like 3 people that actually watch my videos. That's a little mean. More than 3 people watch my videos, you guys. I actually think I am going to switch to this one, the more dense one, just to pack the color on there a little bit more. Because like I said, I really want to focus the color on the lid. And for some reason, really near my eyelashes, or the eyelash line or whatever, it's like really hard for them to like pick up color. Like, does that happen to anybody else? It's kind of weird. I'm actually going to go in real quick and kind of smoke out that lighter color just a little bit more. Since I am focusing the darker, like browny, orange, purple, whatever, the sight more on the lid. So it gives it a little bit more dimension. I'm going to throw a little bit of it into the crease, so it kind of gives it like a smoked out effect. I'm sorry if this video is like not very entertaining for you guys. It's kind of gonna be like, I think I'm literally gonna title it mediocre get ready with me tutorial. But it's okay. Mediocre people, we're fun. I mean, there's quite a few mediocre people I could call out, but you know what? We're not gonna put politics on my channel. But I'm pretty sure everybody knows where I'm going with that. If you know me in real life, IRL, you will know exactly who I'm talking about and my stance on that. But I want to be politic free. I want to focus on fun things like makeup. At least in this video. Perfect. I hope this isn't going to turn out super dark. I'm sure it won't be. Alrighty, and then lastly, but not least, before I go on to under the eyes, cute, we're going to go in one last time with this final color called Rock Stars. And it matches, honestly, pretty well to the shirt, because it doesn't actually come out as dark as it looks in here. It does come out more of like a maroony purple instead of like a dark, rich purple, which I might actually wear. This is my Heathers, right? Heathers. They're kind of close. But this one, if anyone has used Anasazi Beverly Hills liquid lips, you know that they dry, they matte, so they get a little bit darker. And this is actually going to show up a little bit lighter, so they're going to be pretty similar. Plus, my shirt is also like a good range in between those. That's why I'm thinking of wearing that, but I don't want to be like too purple, you know what I mean? Too purpley burgundy colory. Alright, so now I'm going to focus this directly on the lids. I'm going to not try to go too high or too much into the crease, so that will give it like a gradual fade. But let's see how that goes. Right now I'm just going to focus down here near the lash line, since that is the hardest place for me to get color. And I honestly don't need to keep dipping into these. Oh my god, I just noticed this moves. How cute is that? That's neat. Oh, I was so far behind, Cassie. Get your fucking shit together. I don't think I'm supposed to say that on YouTube anymore. Oh well. Nobody find me, please. I'm barely making anything off of here as it is. Alright. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to focus near the lash line since they barely like to pick up any color as it is. And then gradually work my way up when I see the color paying off. Ooh, so beautiful. But yeah, like I was saying, I really don't have to dip into these that much. It's just a habit of mine because before I actually started doing makeup, I used really shitty quality shadows, so I had to like go in on the mauve paint, you know what I'm saying? So I'm used to having to dip after barely touching my eye. So, yeah. I think now that I've basically got it down there, I'm going to go back in more with this like tapered brush. Just because I do want it, if I do get it too close to the crease, I do want to make it like more smoky than anything. Yes. Make sure it's exactly how I want it before I move on to the other eye. Cute. Cute, 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 cute to boot. Alrighty, so just like before, I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye. I think I did both eyes with the dark on camera, but oh well, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to go in and do the purple, and then we will come back for the lash line. Alrighty, so I went ahead, like I said, to the other eye. I did kind of realize that this one didn't look as darky orange as the other one, so I did go ahead and throw that middle shade in there because I actually don't think I did it, and all of you are probably like, bitch, you didn't do that. If I did, oh well, then I just fixed it or didn't, whatever. So now that we did that, we are going to go in with my taper brush again because I really don't have a little brush that actually gets in there. I tried to use one yesterday and it literally made like a line of color, and that is not what I'm looking for. Before I do that though, I am going to take this first color on here just a little bit, knock some of that off, because I'm not going to be using that on the lower lash line, and I'm just going to put that back into the transition or the crease, just to make sure that it has like a nice smoky blend, and that is still a color that you can see. On camera, it is definitely picking colors up a lot heavier than it is in person, so I promise it's not this purple. Yeah, maybe I will add pictures of it after. But yeah, so we're gonna go into that second shade, which again is called Psyched. And we're going to try to get this smallishly on the brush. Smallishly. And we're going to pop that on the lower lash line. I do have a little bit of like mascara left from yesterday on my line. And I don't take that all the way in either. I take it to about maybe like right before the color in my eyes stops. But you definitely want to make sure you connect it with up here, but you don't want to go too in on that inner corner like I normally would, just because normally I would have a smoky eye, so the majority of the color would be right here, where today the color is all over. And yes, I am going to do the gold on there, so I didn't want you guys to think that I wasn't. I just want to get all the color before I go in with glitter or shimmer, because we're using shimmer. Don't call me Sassy Cassie for no reason. Alrighty, move that out to the way. Alright, so now that we got that turned on, see what I did there? Just kidding, it was Psyched. God bless America. Now I'm very, very slightly gonna go in with that Rockstar color, and I'm just really gonna keep that on the inner to middle. Boom shakalaka, ho. Now one of my favorite parts, I'm actually going to be using another brush. This one is actually a, what does that say? Foundation and concealer brush. We are not going to be using this to foundate or conceal. Is that a word? Foundate? So I have a couple of shimmer shadows. I'm supposed to have another one. I swear to God, guys. My life is normally not this crazy or hectic. So these are NYX Roll-Ons Shimmers. They're really good. This one is in the shade Salmon, which is kind of like a rose goldy color. This one is in the shade Mauve Pink, which is obviously like mauve pink. It's actually more of kind of like a baby doll pink. Oh my God, I just found it. It was with my lipsticks, and I have a couple like shimmery, glittery lipsticks, so I looked over it. Oh, thank God. They actually don't sell this one anymore. The closest one to this one that you can get, at least at my Ulta, I'm sure you can get it on the website or whatever, but at the Ulta that I went to, or that I worked at, they actually didn't sell these anymore. They barely had these to begin with. But this is in the shade Nude, just straight nude. It is very golden, which I like, and I don't just roll it on. But I used to use this like 24/7. If you ever saw me with a gold to black smoky eye, it was from using that. I put that in the inner corner. But today we were going to put this in the middle. So what I do is I take it on the back of my hand and I dab it out, which I'm not going to do that. I dab it out so that there is a lot of loose powder. And I'll probably come back for that. And instead of Fix Plus or something like that, because I don't have that, I actually use NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. And I take the flat end, which I'm guessing would be the concealer brush. of the foundation and concealer, and I actually spray it a couple times, and then I dip into the loose powder, which I think some of it fell off, but that's okay. And get that Smashbox mirror. And now I'm just gonna put this right on the inner circle. Alrighty, so now that we got that on, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe the remaining off of that brush and my hand. Boom. So there's that. It's super concentrated down here and not as thick and juicy everywhere else. So anyways, I'm gonna go on with this. Normally I get really close up to the mirror, but I don't want you to just be like, whoa. I will get a little bit up close though. And I actually have a trick to make your lashes look longer than they are. And it's very simple, but yeah, but it really does make all the difference. So like I said, I just start from the bottom, I do naturally have pretty long lashes. Which is honestly kind of hard because I have to like really get in there, and a lot of times I do end up hitting my eyeshadow, which is really annoying. But yeah, I'm sorry that this video is going to be kind of long. Yeah, normally I definitely do my makeup a lot longer, or a lot faster, I mean, but I kind of had time today, so I kind of took time, but that's okay. And don't worry, I'm still going to highlight and lips and stuff. Alright, so right now you can see that it is definitely on there. I don't know if you're going to be able to really tell the difference between the trick right now on camera, because like I said, I'm literally filming on my iPhone and I have two like lamp things right there. Like I said, we'll get better at this, but struggle together is real. So what I like to do is I like to recoat this, and I actually just go over the tips of the eyelashes. You don't have to drag it all the way through, but just over the tips. Now up close, it does look a little funny, but what this is doing is it basically just where the mascara would kind of taper off, it thickens the tip, so you can really see from base to tip the black. And yeah, you can definitely tell the difference from right now than just a few minutes ago. And it makes your lashes look longer. I could not tell you how many times working at Ulta, girls would come up to me and they're like, oh my god, what lashes are you wearing? They're so beautiful. And I'm just be like, none. I'm not wearing any. And there's my lashes, and that's before curling them. Now this one, they kind of go more out where these go up. But whatever. I actually don't know where my eyelash curler is. I had it the other day, but my cat, she's a kitten, so she likes to get up here and like F us up. So she kind of does. She kind of goes by her own rules, and I'm pretty sure she knocked them off somewhere. And we also have a really huge dog. It's like a Great Dane. Yeah. So he knocks stuff off a lot. I actually have this mermaid that he has knocked off my dresser like 20 times. And now it's like just sitting in the back of my dresser because I will kill him. Guys, only me. Only me. Alrighty, so I did go ahead and fix that, and I actually contoured my nose because I noticed that I kind of forgot to when I was contouring everything else. And I did go ahead and do that off camera. Again, I did use the NYX one and the same brush. I just stick to the tip for the sides, and then the whole thing for underneath the nose. And now I'm going to actually go in and highlight. So today I'm going to go in with, oh my god, this is so worn off. It's Revelation Vivid Baked Highlighter. After raving about this to like a shoot ton of people at Ulta, people finally started buying it, and I just broke the top. Because I'm just rough and crazy. This is in the shade, well, it's a Vivid Baked Highlighting Powder, Golden Lights. It is more white gold. And I have been using more of a pink. Yeah, see if that totally just came off. Whatever. But it's super pretty. And I'm not one that likes like blinding highlights. That is not me, girlfriend. So anyways, I go in with this e.l.f. Professional powder brush. And literally it is the only white brush in my collection, which I think is cute because it's my highlighting brush. And I'm just going to swirl it around in there. That is a little much. I'm going to tap some of that off. It barely looks like there's anything on here, but it definitely is there. Look at that. Look at that highlight. Boom, girl. Go in with the other side. And I'm not like the hugest fan of like a nose highlight. Like, I'm gonna put a little bit on there, but especially with this, like, you cannot go overboard or it's just going to look terrible. Like, see right now, that kind of looks like a bit much. So I'm gonna kind of rub some of it off. Alrighty, and then I hit the middle of the forehead, and I actually go over the brow a little bit. And on my Cupid's bow, which I'm actually going to use my finger for. Look at that. You know what? I'm actually going to swatch this for you guys, like, one time. Look at that. Is that not insane? Like it's crazy. And it's a drugstore highlighter. Alright. Boom. Shakalaka. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Cupid's bow. I actually kind of put it all over the mouth so it gives like a good dimension. Sometimes when I do nude lips, this is literally all I put on it. I don't actually put like a nude lipstick or a gloss or anything. I literally just put highlighter over it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go change my shirt, and then we are going to figure out lips. Alrighty, welcome back. So I actually had a change of plans. So I actually ended up not going with a lip, but I did put in some earrings, a necklace, and my choker, brushed out my hair, and put on some setting spray. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it is a little long. I hope you enjoyed the look. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, yada yada, feel free to leave them down in the inbox below. Like I said, let me know of some of the makeup stuff that you guys like or some of the things that you guys use. Also, if you would like to give this a big thumbs up and make sure you hit the subscribe. I think it's over here. Maybe it's up here. I don't really know. It's been a hot minute. But yeah, I enjoyed making this video for you guys. I'm absolutely obsessed with this look. I think it would look better with a lip. But it turns out I'm just going to be hanging around the house today. So I didn't feel the need to put on a liquid matte lip. Just to chill around the house. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you next time.